The very first leaks for the iPhone 11 have me especially looking at the back for the camera. Let's talk about it. This right here is MWG Tech, where I bring you the latest and greatest tech news every single day. And let me just say, this is the first ever time I'm recording in a completely new room. This is nowhere near the final setup. I just kind of makeshift this whole thing. The lighting is not where I want it to be, neither is the sound. It's probably super echoey right now. And the background isn't that interesting. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get some wood desk. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. But this is definitely just like version 1 of probably 15. We'll see it evolve over the next couple of months. But today we're going to be talking about the 3 brand new iPhones that are going to be coming in 2019. And that's right, I just said 3 models because Apple is going to continue their trend of 3 models. So in 2018, we had the XR, XS, and XS Max. And of course, the sales aren't doing so great. But Apple's going to continue with that trend of 3 separate models. 2 of them are going to have OLED displays, and 1 of them is going to continue with that LCD display. Before we start talking about the specs, I want to preface this by saying we are really early in this 2019 iPhone rumor game. We have literally no idea what Apple is going to name this iPhone. I really want to say it's just going to be named iPhone, just like how it's named iPad and iPad Pro, but we will see. Is it Apple really going to name it iPhone 11? That looks so weird. Or is it going to be an X with a little I? I really have no idea what the name is. It is literally anyone's guess. Like, who would have thought of XS Max or XR? What does the R even stand for? Rainbow? Seriously. But talking about the LCD displays versus the OLED, there's some little agreement there, but not too much on whether the 3rd iPhone is going to have an LCD display or an OLED. I mean, we're in 2019, people. Everything should have an OLED display. But if Apple's trying to cut down on the cost so they can bump up the profit margin, they're going to keep on staying with that LCD display on the lower end model. Getting into those 3 2019 models, one of them is going to have a triple rear camera setup on the back. And I will love to see this from Apple. I'll love to see how they implement this in the software, because one of them is most likely going to be a super wide angle camera. One of them is going to be a little bit more cropped in, just like the standard view, and then like normal, the next one is going to be a telephoto, so 2 times optical zoom. But I would truly hope for a 5 times optical zoom, a like regular one, and then just a super wide. I think that would be the most to take advantage of that dual camera setup, or that triple camera setup now. And if you're wondering on what those 2 other models are going to have, they're just going to have the normal dual camera setup. So one's going to be a standard, and then one's probably going to be the 2 times telephoto. But I would really wish that these dual camera smartphones, so that iPhone is going to be in 2019, I really wish you could have the option to choose a wide angle portrait mode, just like on the XR, because the XR only has 1 camera, so it's forced to have that wide angle portrait mode. I wish they could carry that over into the software for the 2019 iPhones, but that's just specific. But talking about the cameras a little bit more, hopefully we could get a bump in the aperture or some maybe 8K videos. Who knows with the A13 chip? But what's a rumor is that Apple is going to put in 3D sensor technology into the cameras in the 2019 iPhones, and this is going to be used for some augmented reality stuff, and who knows, this could be used for like a fake portrait mode or a fake blurry background in video, because that would be pretty cool if you could just get a nice crisply blur background with camera video. That would be awesome. Just think about it. Imagine you have the ability to record 4K at 60 frames per second, or maybe 8K with the A13 chip, and then it's just gonna have this nice fake blurred background thanks to the sensor technology. That would truly get me excited for these 2019 iPhones. Other than that, not too much else to be that excited about. Maybe it could come with USB-C, and there's actually hope for that this time, since that the iPad Pro finally changed over and converted to USB-C from Lightning. Hopefully we could get that you could unlock your phone with Face ID in any of the 4 ways, which is on the iPad Pro. Hopefully another feature that's on the iPad Pro is these rounded corners like on the iPhone 5. I'm really hoping for that design, because the iPad Pro, this 2018 version looks so good with those squared off rounded corners. I just wish they could carry it over to the iPhone so it would be less slippy. I'm just Hopefully they don't make it as bendable as the iPad Pro, but I'll leave that there. One thing people are truly hoping for is for the notch to just start to shrink, because we've had the same type of notch design ever since 2017, and now it's time for Apple to get rid of it. Probably, maybe, really hoping for to put these cameras and sensors underneath the display. It's not going to be type of like a hole in display. Apple's probably never going to do that. That's kind of Samsung's thing. But Apple might just have developed technology. There's kind of rumor going now that they have the ability to put all these sensors and front-facing cameras underneath the display. Like literally, your display is going to be the entire thing, and the cameras are under it. That's cool. And now once we get past those early iPhone 2019 leaks, it's truly just all wish casting. We really want the iPhone 2019 to come with that promotion display like the iPad Pro has it. It is just so butterly smooth, 120 frames per second. But that technology has never been on an OLED display. So can Apple develop that technology? Can Apple put the camera sensors under the notch? These are questions that are never going to be answered until days up to the event later this year. And that's like 8 months away. So we still have a long time. But is it going to have USB-C? Maybe not. And what we do know for sure though, that these 2019 iPhones aren't going to have 5G. They probably won't have Apple Pencil to support unless Apple wants to turn back on the famous Steve Jobs quote of "Who wants a stylus?" I'll roll that for you right now.
We're going to use a stylus. No. No. Who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus.
But now that I've quickly ran through all the latest rumors on the 2019 3 set of iPhone models, I want to talk about on this third model that's going to have a triple camera setup on the back. You would think if Apple were to add just another camera, they would probably add one just right here, right? That wouldn't be that hard. But no, apparently in these early renders, of course this isn't from the manufacturing process at all, this is just some renders, but some designers are putting the camera like over here, and it's getting these weird reactions all over Twitter and social media. They're like, oh no, we do not want this little squared off camera setup on the back. That just looks way too ugly. And while I'm talking, it's right here. So do you like this? Let me know in the comment section below. Because honestly, I wouldn't mind it. And Apple is known for making these slight design changes just to think that you have a brand new phone. So when people see you in public, they're like, oh, he's got the brand new iPhone. Because they did that in the Apple Watch with this little red circle right here. They do it all the time. And just moving the third camera over here would definitely do that. Because when people see this giant square on the back, they're like, oh, okay, I guess he has the brand new iPhone 11. Just to sum up what we know so far, there's going to be 3 iPhone models just like 2017 and 2016. There's going to be 3 maybe OLED models, 2 for sure, and the third one could possibly be OLED or LCD. 2 of them are going to have dual camera setups on the back. One of them, the high tier price version, hopefully it's not $1,200, but that'll be dangerous. But that one will have a triple camera setup on the back. It might have this weird squared off camera look on the back, and hopefully these iPhones are gonna have USB-C, because that'll probably jump me on board right away, because I love USB-C. But that is all we have for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for the latest and greatest. Peace out. Shut off, shed lights.